coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest. I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're going to be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is going to be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's going to be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And now be ready.
The lights are on as we look across the East River and see New York City. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. It was all there. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
How about the athletic?
Young comes in for Bargnani. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Wayne Ellington. Different look here. Randall's checked in for Bass. World Peace comes in for Young. Williams, he's checked in for Kobe. And Freak subbed in for Russell. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Freak, he's in at the point. Roy Hibbert is out there with Randall. Then there's World Peace, and it's Williams at the 2 spot. And the shot is good from Johnson. Johnson's got 10.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
Tarek Black, he's checked in for Roy Hibbert. Lakers trail by 3. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. I was able to talk with Lionel Hollins for just a moment. I asked him what the main reason was for the disappointing record so far. He said, it's not that easy to put a finger on, but we seem to lack that killer instinct. We don't have the confidence to finish teams off, even when we've got them on the ropes. Let's see if they can change their luck tonight, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. World Peace on the wing. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. 4 on the clock. Williams gets the bucket.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Brooklyn trailing. Here's Sloan. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Johnson against World Peace. Johnson outside. It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And World Peace with the basket on the assist by Freak. World Peace has got his first points of the night. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Dishes it to Sloan. Screen by Young. Johnson from outside. Rebound the Lakers.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Randall with a screen for Freak. And the Lakers tack on 2 more. Nets trail by 5. Johnson outside. They set the pick. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Feeds it to Sloan. Nailed from three-point land.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Here's Freak. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect for a team trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in L.A., you'll see plenty of action. You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Thomas Robinson has been on a lot of teams here in his short time in the league. Not easy to find a spot when you're always getting moved.
So he comes up empty at the line. And for Robinson, the trade's weigh on him as well. Clarkie said last season that he just wants to prove that he belongs here.
Well, you know, he's yet to find the right fit for a team, but the skill set is clearly there. I mean, he's an NBA player. There's no doubt about that. Looked great for Philadelphia near the end of the year as he got minutes with them.
Young passes to Hollis Jefferson. 6 on the shot clock. The dish now to Sloan. With the fadeaway. And that one comes up a bit short.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Freak kicks to Williams. Hits it from three-point range. Williams has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Lakers. Nets trail by 7. Sloan dishes to Johnson. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And Sloan kicks to Johnson. Screen by Young. Johnson goes in. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 13-3 run right now. And good on the basket. Book it. And now a 9-point Laker lead.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Robinson kicks to Johnson. Young, a screen on World Peace. Johnson, that's for 2. Another miss by Johnson.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Clark, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they've brought that comes into play.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find some, you're right. Sloan passes to Johnson from 11 feet away, and that's good for 2. Johnson's got 12.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Now, Freak. From the arc. No good on the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top as they end the first quarter with a tremendous 17-5 run. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And Nets head coach Lionel Hollins known for his no-nonsense style, but he'll tell you he's still got a good sense of humor.
I told them all, you can joke with me, you can laugh at me. I'm not perfect. You'll see me hobbling out there on the court. You'll see me stumble as I'm trying to show you a defensive move. It's funny. There was a time when you wouldn't be laughing because I'd be kicking your butt, but that time is long past.
I still don't think that Coach Hollins is anyone. So for the Nets, Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Lopez. Johnson comes in for Bargnani. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Freak, he's in at point guard. Nick Young is out there with World Peace. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Williams at the 2. Johnson kicks to Young. Plenty of space. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Lakers leading by 4. Freak with it. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Denver.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor. You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Picked by Randall. Freak dishes to Randall, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Thaddeus Young. And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night. First game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the summer league, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
Nets trail by 8. And there's the feed to Young. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Here's Randall. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Young against World Peace. Johnson left side. The 11-footer. Count that one. Johnson's got 14 points. Lakers leading by 5. And here's Freak. 8 points for him. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Screen by Young. Off the pick. The shot no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Nets. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And that one's good. Freak.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Sloan passes to Robinson. He kicks to Johnson. Up and in on the way. Johnson's got 16 points.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you got to play freely and with confidence.
You have to love the newest stadium in the NBA here at Barclays. Very state-of-the-art, outstanding facility.
Yeah, the Nets have a nice home here. I bet they wish they were stronger here at home. Finished under 500 last season with a record of 19-22.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defenders.
Pass to Sloan. There's a screen by Robinson. Johnson draws the double. Here's Sloan. The Lakers with the rebound. Freak's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And, you know, guys, that 19-22 record here in Brooklyn certainly a stain for the Nets. I mean, they would be the only team to make the playoffs in the NBA last year with a losing record at home. You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Thomas Robinson. Bryant is checked in for Los Angeles. Lakers leading by 14.
And with the Nets' struggles at home last season, they were simply outshot in this building. And also, they were the second worst in rebound differential at home, meaning they got killed on the glass here.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Here's Sloan to halt the run. Tries again. Robinson kicks to Sloan. Young outside. Fires for three. And it's Freak with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
It's Young on the wing. From deep, Johnson, and no good trying to get that one. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 18. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I've got Joe, and you started out with a great first half and seemed to have that extra boost in your game tonight. Did you feel you needed to take on a bigger role?
I'm just trying to be more assertive, man, on both ends of the court. You know, I think everybody has to step up, so I'm just trying to do my part.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going. And the new group in for the Nets. Robinson's checked in for Lopez. Young comes in for Bargnani. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Joe Johnson. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Julius Randle's checked in for Hibbert. World Peace comes in for Brandon Bass. Williams, he's checked in for Nick Young. And Freak subbed in for Russell. They've got Robinson. Donald Sloan out there with Wayne Ellington. Then it's Young, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the three, the small forward. So that's the Nets 5. Here's Sloan, the 9-foot shot, and he gets the bucket. Sloan's got 4 points this quarter. Lakers leading by 14. Here's Freak. He dishes it to World Peace. Bryant gets a wide open look, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
And he's good on the second. Nets were pretty far back from relevance at times last season, as we saw. It took a late season hot streak for them, Greg, to get into the playoff picture.
Yeah, and that was a neck-and-neck race with the Pacers right till the very end. Not exactly what they had in mind at the start of the season, but they did pull through.
Kicks to Sloan. Shot is no good, and it's the Lakers the other way.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And yes, sir, that one drops. 24 points for Freak.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficiently.
There's a good screen. 5 on the clock. Here's Sloan. The three-pointer off the mark.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor in the second half.
Picked by Randall. Here's Freak. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
Screen by Young. Ellington dishes to Robinson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. 2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Jack's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Brandon Bass is checked in for Meta World Peace.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And, guys, for the Lakers, you'd have to go back almost 40 years to find a time when the Lakers missed the postseason in back-to-back years. Fortunately for them, they won 2 titles in the next 6 years after that.
And Kobe gets it to go.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
And Jack, here we go. It's deflected. It's Kobe Bryant on the way. And it goes at the buzzer.
Digging deep to hit that shot. That shows some serious guts right there.
Oh, man.
No explanation, no excuses, no hesitation, no fear. Just tremendous execution.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Black's checked in for Hibbert. World Peace comes in for Brandon Bass. Brownie's checked in for Kobe. And Freak subbed in for Russell. Lakers have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Freak in at point guard. World Peace is out there with Brown. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Black in at the 5 spot. Clarkson passes to Freak. And World Peace kicks to Clarkson. 4 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Shot from 12. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And it's 6 points for Meta World Peace. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Johnson attacking. And the Nets miss again.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Takes it off the glass.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Johnson draws the double. And Jack, here we go. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
Here's Freak. Pass to Black. Lopez with the steal. Passes it to Jack.
You know, for so long, the NBA has had 12-minute quarters. In last year's preseason, they began experimenting with the 10-minute quarters. Players seem to like it, but it would be a huge change philosophically in terms of how the game is played.
To the paint. It's rebounded by Bargnani. Bargnani's got his 6th rebound on the night. Jack dishes to Ellington. Johnson outside, takes the three, and that one's good. Johnson's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Brooklyn. And Clark, with the 10-minute quarters, the players felt like they were fresher during the game. Still, removing 8 minutes from an NBA game does have huge consequences.
Well, we must remember it's being experimented with right now, so keep that in mind. They also talked about shortening the preseason and doing other things to keep players fresher during the year. I like the thought process.
Clock at 2. Got a piece of it. Lopez with the steal. Outside Jack. Johnson wide open. He fires. The 19-footer is on the money. Johnson's got 26 points. The Lakers shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. World Peace with a screen on Jack. Dishes it to Black. He feeds it to Freak. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Clarkson kicks to Freak from 11 feet away. Buries the jump shot. Freak's got 9 points here in the second half.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
And for Brook Lopez, disappointing start to last season. The season before, he had played only 17 games, so he wanted to make an impact right off the bat. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, you know, he missed the first 2 games altogether with the foot injury and comes back to play pretty well, then hurts his back. Out for 8 more games, comes back again. He's benched in favor of Miles Plumlee. Just a very disjointed year for Lopez.
Back to World Peace. The rebound by the Nets.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. Lopez a screen. Larkin kicks to Lopez. 6 to shoot. Can't hit. Nice D from Freak.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
The rebound by Karasov.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. And something that's been whispered about around the NBA is expansion. We know there are some markets that want desperately to have an NBA team. The NBA might not be at 30 teams for the foreseeable future.
There are markets in the U.S. that want an NBA team. Seattle, which has been a great NBA friend, has been trying to get a team back since the Sonics left for Oklahoma City.
Clearly, Seattle's the lead name domestically. The NBA has also talked about adding a European division. A lot of different options for expansion. Don't think any will be acted on anytime soon, though.
Randall's checked in for Los Angeles.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Freak. There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
Lopez over to help. Freak passes to Black. Feeds it to Randall. And he elevates for the slam dunk, and Brook Lopez did not like that.
That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special, special talent.
Sure
And
is.
guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finisher.
That Kia SlamCam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Only one man back on D. And Freak throws it down hard.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Enough.
Kobe, tell us about them.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Freak. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game. Kenny, your thoughts?
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
That was Freak turning up the volume right there, baby, all the way up to 11, and the stereo only goes to 10, Ernie, but we're at 11 right now. The man himself may be quiet, but his performance spoke very loudly.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and
What a life, eh, Freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell, and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, Freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, Freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight-A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the Strip. Oh, it's stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled with $200,000 in cold cash.
Word?
Yeah.
So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Okay, so what happened to this dude Izzy? Because he's dope.
No, not dope. Dead. After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life. And yes, he was my dude. But no way was I gonna throw my life away trying to show my loyalty to a guy who really and truly didn't understand what loyalty was all about.
So this meeting is about Vic.
Correctamente.
Okay, well, sir, Vic isn't Izzy.
And why's that, freak?
Well, for one thing, you and your dead friend Izzy didn't grow up poor. Me and Vic grew up in a neighborhood where we had to look over our shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nobody was going to walk up on us and rob us.
True. Izzy and I did not grow up in the hood. But we, like you, thankfully grew up in a 2-parent household. But even that wasn't enough for Izzy. He wasn't satisfied. He was always looking for a 5-alarm fire when he already had the warmth and comfort of a loving family. This is not about class warfare, freak. This is about the consequences of making bad choices and risking it all when you feel like you have nothing to lose.
Vic is like a brother to me, sir.
But you shouldn't be Brother Vic's keeper, freak. Would a brother go looking for trouble and put your career and your livelihood at risk by getting into fights at nightclubs and seedy after-hour joints and then scream to the media, "Yeah, it's all good, I'm an FOF, friendo freak. It's all misunderstanding. Y'all be haters, don't hate my game." I don't think a brother would do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No. See, you don't understand Vic.
Really? I don't understand.
No.
Look, man, it was a misunderstanding with the guy in the next VIP booth. His honey started flirting with me, so naturally I started flirting back. Next thing I know, Captain Cornball's off my grill piece beefing. Next thing he know, he got a 2-piece and a biscuit on his left eye. Hey, I don't know who hit him, and it damn sure wasn't me. Hey, Captain Cornball's mad because I'm an FOF, friend of freak. Hey, but check this out though. He needs to train that hottie before he leave the house though. Yo, he's hotties ain't loyal, man.
What's there to understand? Are you freaking blind? You know, I just want to know, how much did you pay your lawyers to make all this go away?
Almost $100,000.
Excuse me, son, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I paid almost $100,000.
Exactly. And if you keep riding shotgun with Vic, you're gonna go broke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Look, Vic is my friend, and I grew up with him. How many times I gotta tell you, sir?
Freak, this is not a request. I am not asking you to do this. I am telling you to do this. And the first order of business is that Mr. Vic Van Leer is banned from traveling with you on the road. Vic is banned from the locker room. And Vic is banned from this arena. And if I catch this guy, Vic, in or anywhere near the facilities, Mr. Vic Van Leer will be arrested for trespassing.
Are you serious, sir?
Brother, I'm as serious as cancer. We all know that can be deadly.
You know, when me and Vic were kids, playing summer tournaments at the Dome, we always imagined making it to the pros, right? And after the crowds left, just a street light was on the court, like 11:30, 12 midnight, even 1 in the morning sometimes. We used to practice player introductions, running on the court, giving dab, high-fiving the teammates. Vic, he would act as an announcer. You know, he would introduce me and announce my name on a loudspeaker, and the Jumbotron would flash my image like a little guy dressed in long shorts and a jersey. And now, fresh off his 3 games, 62-point scoring streak, the youngest player to ever do so in NBA history, Frequency Vibrations. So me and Vic would sit in those empty bleachers at the Dome and dream like nobody's business. And now I'm living a dream. For real. And in so many ways, Vic was part of that.
Please, listen to me. I mean, I know this guy's your dude from way back.
Look, me and Vic go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
That's good. We go way back. Did you say front seats?
Front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
We go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac. Well, do you have any crickets? I'm going to be the hit once again at Herbie Allen's Sun Valley Shindig because my fellow billionaires love it when I walk and talk that talk.
So that almost sounds...
No, let me tell you exactly what it sounds like. I respect, admire, and most importantly, love you as a human being and a role model. But I pay you a lot. And I mean, I pay you a lot of money to play for my team. And I am in this game to win it. And you can't win it with an albatross around your neck like Vic. So Vic is done. History. And here's some more lingo that I picked up from a former megastar who used to play for me several seasons ago. Thought I would never release him until I did. And now he's the sixth man on a struggling team in Venice. And yeah, I'm talking Venice with the canals and the gondolas and Harry's Bar, not the street ballers next to the fortune tellers on the beach in Cali. This guy used to tell me when he thought there was a player destroying our team, don't be a hero, cut that zero. And that is what I am telling you about Vic, freak. Don't be a hero, cut that zero. The only thing Vic brings into your life is headache and unwanted and unnecessary negative attention. And it will begin to affect your mindset. And when it affects your mindset, it's going to affect your play. And when it affects your play, it's going to affect my team. And when it affects my team, it's going to affect my money. And if it affects my money, Google Translate will become your new freaking friend. I want a championship ring, freak, and I want you to help me get that ring. And banners after banners hanging from the rafters in this arena. So, freak, hear me clearly and hear me good. V, G, Vic, gotta go! Handle your business. And remember, that contract you signed contains a morality clause, a very important clause that revolves around your conduct on and off the court, and how it can negatively impact my team. Now, I don't want you to have to learn Italian or Croatian as a second language. And hey, playing pro ball overseas, there's nothing wrong with that. But the arenas are nothing like this, nor will the money be the same. And on top of all of that, this is the U.S. of A., the greatest freaking country in the world. Ask yourself, is Vic worth all that? Think about it. Think long, think wrong.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We actually, we have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me and to my family. You could see even Cece you know, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.